The most influential person in any room is rarely the one who is loudest. Loudness is cheap. Anyone can shout, gesture wildly, flood the air with words. It's accessible to everyone, which means it's worth very little. A barking dog may make noise, but it doesn't command the respect of a wolf moving silently through the dark. Real power belongs to the one who understands the crushing weight of silence and how to make others carry it. Silence is expensive. It demands patience when your ego screams for release. It requires mastery of the self when instinct pushes you toward instant reaction. It costs the discomfort of watching others misunderstand you and resisting the urge to correct them. It is the art of denying yourself the shallow relief of blurting out your defense, your explanation, your side of the story. When you hold your silence, you force others to step into it, and they will. People are hardwired to abhor an empty space in conversation. That vacuum gnaws at them until they fill it, often with more than they intended to reveal. They'll over-explain, stumble over their own logic, contradict themselves, and confess things you didn't even ask for, all because you refused to make the first move. Your silence is not absence. It's an invisible force field, a black hole that warps the flow of dialogue, pulling the other person into your gravity whether they want it or not. They feel the pull, and in trying to resist it, they give you more material, more insight, more leverage. Every second you withhold words is another second they volunteer theirs, and each word is another card they've played from their hand. From birth, you're conditioned to explain yourself. Parents ask, "Why did you do that?" Teachers demand, "What's your reason?" Authorities insist, "Can you justify this?" This isn't pure curiosity. It's control dressed up as inquiry. When you explain yourself, you've already agreed to operate within their court, under their rules, according to their approval. You've already conceded that their judgment has authority over you. The day you stop explaining yourself unnecessarily is the day you step off their stage and build your own. Stillness is a mirror, and people fear mirrors more than they fear fists. In your stillness, they are forced to see themselves, their doubts, their insecurities, their cracks in confidence. For some, that's unbearable. They will try everything to make you move first, to make you speak, to make you react. They'll bait you with insults, provoke you with accusations, tempt you with flattery. The goal is to break your rhythm and pull you back into their tempo, because as long as you stay in yours, they're the ones dancing to it. Predictability is the death of power. A predictable opponent is already half defeated. If someone knows exactly what you'll do in response to praise or insult, they can manipulate you with precision. The undisciplined man is a walking manual. A few pushes here, a few pulls there, and he moves exactly as expected. Praise him, and he melts. Insult him, and he erupts. Flirt with him, and he loses focus. He is a puppet with strings anyone can pull. A disciplined man, by contrast, has no visible strings. You push, and nothing moves. You praise, and nothing glows. You insult, and nothing trembles. He's not robotic. He's strategic. That's when they realize they're facing someone who doesn't play by ordinary rules, someone whose reactions cannot be bought, baited, or forced. Here's the truth that unsettles people most. What scares them is not your anger, but your indifference. Anger, even if it's explosive, still acknowledges their impact. It's proof they touched you. Indifference, on the other hand, tells them they don't exist in your mental world. They cannot stand being irrelevant. This irrelevance drives them to escalate, to provoke, to test, to dig for any sign they still matter to you. When they fail, the panic sets in. Most people are open books, pages bent, covers frayed from years of being handled. You can skim them in minutes and know exactly where they're vulnerable. You must become the opposite. A locked manuscript, a rare edition hidden in a vault. The less they know, the more they speculate, and speculation breeds hesitation. They'll call you cold, distant, mysterious. Good. That means the walls are working. Guilt is the invisible leash around most people's throats. They apologize reflexively. They justify choices that need no justification. They mold themselves to avoid disappointing people who wouldn't make the same sacrifices in return. Break that leash. Accept that other people's disappointment is not your problem to solve. Let them soak, stew, and simmer in their unmet expectations. Their emotions are not your emergency. The modern world runs on reaction. Outrage headlines, trending scandals, manufactured crises. The system thrives on predictable emotional spikes because predictable reactions can be monetized, manipulated, and redirected. Step out of this cycle and you become the anomaly, the one not ruled by instant outrage or mass hysteria. They'll label you detached, unfeeling, maybe even dangerous. Meanwhile, while they're burning energy on emotional whiplash, you're moving forward, unaffected, building something lasting. Make no mistake, you will be tested. People will poke at your limits, break promises, and press on your boundaries to see if they still control the map of your behavior. Every test is bait for you to react in a familiar way. Don't take it. Your first instinct will be to explain yourself. Crush it. Your second will be to make them understand. Starve it. When they realize their usual playbook no longer works on you, they face a hard choice. Respect you or remove themselves. Either outcome benefits you. Vulnerability is not a human right others are entitled to. It's a privilege you grant only to those who have proven, through consistent action over time, that they will not weaponize it. Transparency in the wrong hands is ammunition against you. Your fears will be whispered about. Your mistakes will be retold. Your kindness will be manipulated into leverage. Guard your gates. Only a few deserve to walk inside the fortress. The ultimate act of strength isn't crushing someone, it's walking away without needing to explain. Most stay stuck in toxic jobs, relationships, and alliances because the discomfort of leaving feels worse than the slow corrosion of staying. True independence, financial, emotional, mental, changes the equation. When you can walk away from anyone at any moment, they treat you differently. They know you're not trapped, and that awareness shifts the balance. Absence, when used with intention, is louder than presence. The calls you stop making, the favors you stop offering, the patterns you stop feeding, all create a pressure they can't ignore. They'll say you've changed. Translation, you've stopped making their comfort your responsibility. Validation is the drug of the masses. People post to be liked, dress to be noticed, speak to be approved. They're addicts for digital applause. When you stop chasing this drug, you stop being the addict and start being the dealer. You decide who gets your attention and when. You control the scarcity, which makes it valuable. Cut off the supply, and their hold over you withers. They'll try to shame you back into compliance. You've changed becomes their mantra. The unspoken meaning is, you've stopped bending for me. A man immune to shame is immune to control. The entire social machine thrives on predictability, scripted outrage, manufactured spectacle, algorithm-fed drama. Refuse to react on cue, and you break the loop. You become the glitch in their system, and glitches crash systems. There's an old martial arts principle.
Let your opponent tire themselves out. In verbal and emotional warfare, it's the same. Let them expend energy trying to provoke you. Every outburst, every jab, every desperate ploy leaves them weaker. Your stillness isn't passivity. It's letting them run headfirst into their own exhaustion. The most dangerous leaders in history rarely wasted words. They spoke with precision, not volume. Caesar's, I came, I saw, I conquered. Napoleon's, never interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake. Bruce Lee's, be water. Their brevity was deliberate, power concentrated, not diluted. You will be called arrogant for refusing to perform. You will be called heartless for refusing to bleed on demand. These labels are not truth.
When their manipulation fails, they escalate. Love bombing, guilt trips, smear campaigns. Every escalation is confirmation. You've broken their hold. Stand still and watch their arsenal empty itself into the void. In the end, people will either respect you or resent you. Respect means they've surrendered to your terms. Resentment means they acknowledge your power but can't match it. Both are forms of victory. This is not about erasing your emotions. It's about owning them so completely no one else can control them. The difference between a tool and a weapon is the hand that wields it. The silent are not weak, they are conserving energy. The still are not passive, they are watching. The restrained are not afraid, they are in command. In a world that equates volume with worth, quiet confidence is an act of rebellion. They will never openly admit you've changed the game. They'll say you were lucky, unfair, unnatural. These are the excuses of those who can't keep up. Let them cope while you advance. Master this, and you master the room. Not through shouting, but through presence. Not through force, but through timing. Not through domination, but through unshakable being. This is silent dominance. Once you taste it, you never go back.